I have the original cold call script that Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, taught his stockbrokers back in the late 80s and 90s. In today's video, I'm going to break down that script, what I like, what I don't like. And if you wait till the end of the video, you'll see me rewrite it, improve it. And if you watch the entire video, you're going to feel like this. The next time you got to pick that phone up to make those cold calls. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment. The comments are a huge help. Leave some comments in the comment section below. Like the video if you like this type of content around cold calling. And look out for these videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Thanks for watching. Let's get into it. So hopefully you're excited for the official and original Stratton Oakmont, Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street cold call script. Let's get into it. Obviously, it's official here for trading purposes only. Some self-improvement content. Strategy for winning. Persistence. Here we go. Of course, Jordan Belfort, the Wolf, would have always be closing right before he gets into the qualifying call, the cold call script. Here we go. Here is the script. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run through the script, go over what I like, what I don't like. Then at the end, I will rewrite the script to make it better, improve it for 2021, right? That's what you guys are looking for. Let's get into it. All right, before I start, I do want to make an important note. Stratton Oakmont, those stockbrokers, for the most part, it's a B2C call. It's not B2B. And that's a big, big difference. Big difference. B2B is so much easier than B2C. So much easier. This B2C call, it's probably 10 times harder than what I do, what most of us do watching this, which is cold call businesses. These stockbrokers are cold calling people. And the goal of the call isn't necessarily to book a meeting. A lot of times the goal of the call is to close. It's very, very transactional. It's not as much of a relationship-based call as the B2B call. Really important to note. Here's the opening. Hello, Mr. Dries, please. Mr. Dries, Matt from Stratton Oakmont in New York. How are you today? If you've been watching the channel for some time now, you know how I feel about that question, how are you today? Not a big fan. Not a big fan. It's disingenuous. I don't care how the prospect is doing. The prospect knows I don't care how they're doing. I just don't like this question. The prospect is expecting to hear that on a cold call. Once they hear that, they know it's a salesperson, which isn't a bad thing. But they typically know exactly what to say after they get asked, how are you today? To get you off the phone. Pay attention. That is something I'm going to fix when we rewrite this script. Sir, I know you're busy. I'll get right to the point. Now, I do like this part. He's teaching the stockbrokers at Stratton to acknowledge that they're an interruption. Right? I know you're busy. I'll get right to the point. However, this is not a permission-based opener. He's not having them ask for permission. I'll get right to the point, and then they're getting into their script. They're getting into the framework. But they're not asking for permission. So we need to have a permission-based opener. That's something you'll see we have to fix when we rewrite the script. If yes, do you presently have an account with Stratton Oakmont? This question is absolutely ridiculous. It's so stupid. When you're cold calling someone, you should know if they're working with your company, if they're a current client, if they have an account with Stratton Oakmont. Before you pick up the phone, you need to have the answer to that question. This question is just stupid and insulting. If no, that's fine. You may not be. I don't like that phrase, you may not be. We specialize in both foreign and domestic special situations, new issues, secondaries, things of that nature. I don't mind this sentence. I don't mind it. I have an idea of what they do. I don't think a fifth grader would. If you haven't watched the channel before, I always talk about when you're cold calling, you want to have simple language, not industry jargon, so a fifth grader can understand it. But I take it that these stockbrokers are calling on pretty sophisticated, wealthy type investors. So we don't have to fix that. That's fine. Before I go any further, what I hate most about this script here and the training is that it makes it look like it's a linear experience. A cold call is a linear experience. If I say this, they say this, I say this, they say this, and then I can go for the close and ask for the meeting because they said that. That's not how it works, and that's how I used to think cold calling works. You should have saw me, guys. I would have like 5 different sheets out in front of me. If the prospect says this objection, I'm saying this, they're going to say this or this. No. Cold calling is not a linear event. It's not how it works. And it's making it seem like that with these if yes, you say this, if no, you say this. It's not how it works. Let's get back into it. Then they finally get into the reason for the call. After a few questions, they get into the reason for the call. I don't like that. I don't like to ask any questions. You'll see. I ask a question for my permission to proceed with the call, but after that, I'm not asking a question until I tell them the reason for the call. Very important. Very simply, sir, with your permission, all I would like to do is introduce myself and my firm, forward you a complimentary issue of our monthly research report, and at a later date, perhaps get back to you with our latest recommendation. Fair enough. Not a huge fan of the reason for the call. I think it's pretty weak. I just want to send you a complimentary issue of our monthly research report, and then I'll get back on your radar in the future. Not the strongest reason for the call. And then he gets into the qualifying questions. And I like a lot of these qualifying questions. The qualifying questions he's teaching his stockbrokers to use are getting a good idea of who that prospect is as an investor. What do they like to invest in? What do they not like to invest in? And they're very good questions because they're going to help out in the follow-up down the road. And I'd be more than happy to break down these questions, add in some other better questions if you guys want me to. And another thing, as you can see on the right side of the screen here, this document is so long. So long. Ton of content in here. Ton of information. I'd be more than happy to make other videos breaking down each section of this document because he goes over objections, everything throughout the sales process. Just let me know in the comment section below, and Francois and I will make it happen. So this is the qualifying call. This is the cold call script. Let's break it down. Hello, Mr. Blank, please. Mr. Blank, Matt from Stratton Oakmont in New York, how are you today? Obviously, we're getting rid of that how are you today. Let's start with that. Let's fix that first. How are we going to open this call, ask for permission, and it be a pattern interrupt? Thanks for taking the call. Right away, I'm being polite. 9 out of 10 cold callers are not polite at all. They're not going to thank them, be appreciative. I'm setting the tone. I'm being different. Pattern interrupt. Great start. Thanks for taking the call. Listen, you're probably going to hate me for this. I'm labeling the situation. Chris Voss, label the situation, accusation audits, use that in your cold call opening line. This is actually a cold call. Do you want to hang up or can I steal a minute? This is actually a cold call. I'm calling myself out. I'm telling them right off the bat, I'm a salesperson. This is a sales call. You might hate me for this because I know you don't like these cold calls. Do you want to hang up or can I steal a minute? Permission based. Going back here, 9 out of 10 salespeople will open the cold call this way here, how he's teaching. We're not trying to be like the 9 out of 10. We're trying to be that 1 out of 10. Be unique, be different, permission-based, label the situation, accusation audit. It's a really good formula for a great start to the cold call opening. Then, when I do get permission to proceed, I need to thank them again. You need to tell them who I am. And then here's where you add in a simple sentence of what you do. I think the sentence that he uses is pretty good. We specialize in domestic and foreign. I think that's fine here. But again, that has no value in it. That's what you do, not what you could do for the prospect. How you help the prospect. How you help the prospect do a better job or kick more ass. Whatever it is, you need to have a value piece in there. There's no value in that cold call opening line at all. At all. Here's where we got to add the value. Say I'm calling on a CFO. Typically, CFOs work with me when they are looking to invest in the market, but they are unsure on what to invest in when the right time to invest is. This is the value that a stockbroker brings. CFOs, they typically call on me, they work with me, they partner with me when they're looking to invest in the market, but they're unsure on exactly what to invest in. What are the hot stocks right now? What are the stocks to stay away from? And when the right time to invest is, because if you're an investor, if you're in the stock market like me, you know that timing is everything with this. And that's what a stockbroker helps out with. And I will admit, if I had more knowledge on exactly what a good stockbroker does, this will be much stronger, much more detailed, and much more specific to the type of people I'm calling on, the persona. All right, now I want to get into the reason for the call. Reason for the call, let's highlight that. Such an important phrase. Once the prospect hears that phrase, their mind will be at ease. Their mind will be at ease because they're wondering, why the heck is this guy calling me? And this is why. Might and down the road. Might and down the road are two crucial word phrase that you need to have in your cold call opening. Might and down the road. Those words are telling the prospect, you might be a fit, you might not, you might need me, you might not. I'm not trying to sell you anything today. I'm just trying to be of service down the road if you're ever in the market for this. Those types of words and phrases put the mind of the prospect at ease because you're not trying to force something on them that they don't need right now, and you might you might never need me. That's what they're telling the prospect. Got to have them in there. And if you've been following the channel for a while now, you know how I end it. And as you can see, I have not asked a question after this question here, the permission-based question. I haven't asked a question until I got to the reason for the call. Right? Important. How's my timing today? How's my timing today? You in the market, not in the market? I love that question. And I know a lot of you guys are loving it too, and you're using it on your cold calls, and it's working. I'm getting messages just about every week. What do you guys think? Let me know your honest opinion in the comment section below. Again, I could make further videos with the content in that document, the original Stratton Oakmont training kit And you could use this framework for your cold calls. This is the framework I use. I use this every single day. I'm making 60 to 70 cold calls a day. I'm getting 15% of my calls connecting. I'm using this cold call opener. It's working for me. It might not work for you guys, but give it a shot. A/B test. You're eventually going to find out what works for you. This is working for me. I think this would have worked for a lot of those Strattonites back in the late 80s and 90s when they're cold calling. It was a way different time back then. But you could tell from the training kit that Jordan Belfort is a professional salesperson, even though he went the sleazy route and became a con man. Very talented salesperson. The content is great. I'll do whatever you guys want me to do as far as do more videos on the content. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. And please, this helps the channel out so much. Leave some comments. What are your thoughts, likes, dislikes? We take it all here, Francois and I. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and hopefully, the next time you pick up that phone to make that cold call, those cold calls, you feel like Leonardo banging the microphone up against his head during the Wolf of Wall Street. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you.